Hey, audio everyone. Leslie here, back in action, and quite frankly, exhausted attraction. You can't tell. I am in a different location right now. And the simple fact of the matter is, my grandma is in the hospital. And it hasn't been a particularly great start to Pride Month, I'll tell you that much right now. Got her a new chair and everything, so that was nice. She isn't gay or anything, she just wanted a new chair. So yeah, that started up the week of this chair getting. She had some problems with her feet, and it ended up we had to call the ambulance and we had to call the fire department. Basically those people that you get for emergencies and whatnot. They came, told her like, don't make these things go further than they should be and all this and that. And like, honestly, it makes a lot of sense, right? Like you're not supposed to make these things to the point where you have to go to the ER just because of some pain or whatnot that you feel. It shouldn't get that bad that you go there and everything. And it's hard a lot with older folks of yours and whatnot because you want to respect their wishes and whatnot, but sometimes their wishes are just not in particular good for their health. And it's certainly gotten to the case where I'm gonna have to start standing up against her and telling her like, hey, yeah, you cannot do that. You cannot factually actually do what you want to do. And it sucks because, as I mentioned earlier in a previous vlog, that I went to the ER as well. So another visit to the ER, everybody. 2 more stamps, get free ice cream, I swear to you. But for real though, hasn't been great. And I definitely feel that something's not going to happen so well June 8th. And for those that don't know the history of me and June 8th, it's particularly a bad one. I found out my friend was a groomer on June 8th. And then also on top of that, a friend started questioning me on certain things and whatnot. And we're not as friendly as we used to be. And I certainly wish that was the case, that we were. And it could just be drifting apart. It could be other things. But it was definitely a divisive question that he asked. And there's no way for me to explain to him just how important it is to be on one side or the other in comparison. And just in general, my birthday has not been a good one. It's just not a good time. It's really not. I'll be very clear about that. I like Pride Month. I like the fact that we gays and whatnot, we get a whole month to ourselves, at the least. I mean, eventually we'll get Wrath Month and we'll get Gluttony, Lust, and all that other jazz set up soon. But for now, I definitely like the fact that we are being more so celebrated every year and whatnot. And I know a lot of people are like, I do not like corporations having like those rainbows and whatnot, but it's a double-edged sword, having corporate sponsors on you, because like we're getting acceptance and they're understanding gays have money. And that's cool in the sense that, like, they'll fight for a right to exist. And then they'll put just little colors on things and be like, we done our part. And I don't mean, like, in the big sense of, like, they're gonna, like, help us with gay rights and this and that. No. I just mean in the sense that they, like, purchase stuff. Like, we could purchase stuff from them. And, things like that, just to contribute to their stores and whatnot. Nothing akin to actually making our lives better, just enough to where we could exist. but not enough to where they're willing to admit anything else in particular. And it's always been a big problem, and one of the reasons why I do not like Disney, because they are just so fucking fake with shit and everything, and just it hurts for sure to see that happen. Just this insincere amount of things and whatnot, but it's what's needed is the honest case and truth, and I hate that it is. Capitalism bad. I don't think I really need to get into a big old spiel about that here. I'm pretty sure I try to lay that down anywhere I can. But yeah, capitalism is bad. Just a lot of other things have happened that haven't exactly been the best, for sure. And while my grandma is in the hospital right now, she is going to be approved to be coming back home tomorrow. And it's a bit of a bittersweetness to it, because I'll be honest, I kind of like the fact that there's nobody here right now. And I guarantee you that when she comes back, I won't be able to like do stuff here or whatnot. She does not leave, and it sucks. And I feel like anyone that has had to take care of a parent or a grandparent and whatnot may understand the whole situation of just like wanting to have a whole place to yourself for a bit and just being able to enjoy that. And just it's certainly a luxury for sure, and it's a pitiable one at this current state for sure, but it feels nice every now and again. And just like that's all I would really need in order to really have myself some time and whatnot. Is just just one day, one day, like let's say like every month of just like nobody else here, just would be fantastic. But I obviously want my grandma more. That's just the truth. She hasn't always been the best to me, for sure, but she loves me, and she takes care of me and whatnot, and she tries to show her love in her own way. And I'm sure you all know or have dealt with something like that. If you have parents, or you know someone that has a parent, there just isn't one way just to love somebody. And the way that it goes is just kind of sucky, because like if there's a nice template or something of like goodness, it would be fine, but there isn't. There's not. And it's certainly hard to say what it is I like about her and what makes me keep being with her and whatnot. And just, I'll tell you, it's just sometimes you just love your family. That's just the truth. But yeah, everything else hasn't been the best in the world. And I definitely want to make a video for like my, what was it called? My room. There you go. It's a room. I forgot about that. Want to do that. I also got new glasses. If you all want to see this real quick, like, I know my eyes kind of just like went like sort of weird and whatnot, but yeah, I like them. They're really nice. I can't say that they're the best right now. I'm not sure if you're seeing them, like this eye right here kind of like going off and whatnot, but it might be. I've been trying to train it, which I was not aware until last month, that in order to train that eye, you close this eye. This eye is closed. I cannot see out of this eye. And you would just go about your business and whatnot, just trying to like do whatever and trying to like be more spatially aware about things and whatnot. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. It's particularly hard, but I definitely feel like I'm getting better on the situation and whatnot. And I think it's been really helping. I really hope it's been helping, because I'll be real clear. I like my eyes and I like my hair. The two best things about me that I like. But Very sad that my eye drifts. I really am. I wish that wasn't the case. I really wish that was not the case. But it's just been exhausting. I don't know how else to say this and whatnot, but having to do 3 videos every week, 3 different videos from 3 different things, has been taking its toll. And I think it actually finally took a toll on my data, which I had to go call AT&T to be like, why is the data usage that up? Why is this and that? And I think it's because I was uploading so much and whatnot, and just I want to get to the point where I could factually be able to hang out with my friends, make more videos, and like do the Let's Plays and whatnot, do whatever the heck I want and everything. And while I'm in this small little break of sorts in terms of like doing a Let's Play and whatnot, or doing streams and whatnot, because I don't want to do a whole lot, knowing that my grandma's in the hospital and whatnot. It just doesn't feel right. But I do know I need to get out of this depressive state, so I gotta go do stuff and everything. But you know, it's good to be a little sad every now and again. It's good to be have a little pity party for yourself, as long as you don't wallow in it forever and everything like that. Just kind of to go about it. But yeah, I certainly hope plans will get better in terms of myself and everybody else. But as it stands, I don't know how much more I could do with other things and whatnot, what my limits might be, because I'm going to start being a caretaker for my grandma. And to know that, and know the fact that she does not have long to live. That's just the truth. She doesn't. If we're lucky, another 20 years. That would be luck. Pure and utterly. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't mean to be pessimistic or anything like that, but I do mean it in the sense that I have prepared quite some time for this to happen. I've prepared for the day that she eventually does pass away. And I don't want that. I don't think it'd be good for any of us. It is one of those things where you see how someone is, you see how they're getting worse, and they're getting worse and worse, and just, you know, in your heart, just like, yeah, they keep getting worse. They're not getting better. It just sucks to see that decline. Because there's nothing you could do personally. There just isn't. The most they could do is watch their diet, and you to keep up on their diet and make sure they are as comfortable as they can and whatnot. But in terms of getting better, yeah, we're just not at that transmutation stage yet. Transhuman stage, I suppose to say. Where people are able to turn into robots and whatnot, and have that brain power. But I can't say I would be particularly 100% for that. I don't know. It would depend on the whole situation. But because of what I know and everything in terms of my Nana, my grandma, it's definitely been a case in point where I had to go to various places in my house, and I had to start cleaning up, and I had to like take care of like organizing things and like putting things away and everything. And it's been very long, just very, 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 very long process to do that. And it's kind of ridiculous how much people have of something. And I'm going to tell you all right now, the best favor that you could do to yourself when it comes to your older parents and whatnot, make sure to get rid of their stuff. And I don't mean get rid of all their stuff. I mean, check with them, ask them, and like collab with them when it comes to like clearing out their stuff. If you are close to your parents, if you are thinking that you're going to be the one that has to pick out the fact that, like a parent dies or something. Either parent, really. It's important, and I feel it's imperative to take those steps so things are not harder. Because when someone leaves, when someone dies, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time to adjust the fact that they're just gone. It's ridiculous. Like, I know, and I've heard people talk about a phantom arm or leg or hand or anything like that, just not having all that. And in a way, it's like that. Every now and again, I'll be honest, I feel like my dad's going to drive right through. But he's not here. That's the truth. There's nothing I could do about it. There isn't anything that will bring him back. And it's one of those things that I think is important to realize just how much someone means to you when it comes to that situation. And I do my best to remember him every day. I really do. But human mind is not always the best at that. So sometimes I won't remember some things, and I'll end up not remembering them every day, and the mind kind of fails sometimes on that situation. It's not the best. It took, I want to say, 10 years. 10 full years. I was 20, but it's just 10. 10 years to clean up his stuff. Reorganize that room that he was in. 10 years. It was a lot. And if your father is anything like my father, or your parent is, I should say, they have a lot of collectibles, and they have a lot of things to go through. I'll be directly honest with y'all. I still have a lot to go through. I still have a lot to look at, see what I could do with it, what I would want to keep. And in a way, I'm kind of upset at myself that I'd never really got into sports to the point where I would know how much something is. And it's definitely at that point where it's like, oh, here's all this valuable merchandise, and I have no idea what to do with it. I know how much my games cost, but nobody else does. And that's terrifying to me, the fact that they don't know. And if something were to happen to me, just how big of a mess it would be. And you don't really think about death. You don't really think about death when you're in your 20s. I'll be real. But sometimes it sneaks up on you. I know other people out there, you haven't had to deal with death yet. And some of you out there had to deal with more death than anybody can handle, really. And everyone takes it differently. That's just the truth. And it sucks when you're confronted with the idea that someone's going to die soon. And it sucks when it's very sudden that plans change. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is that I'm trying to prepare for the worst right now. And I would like y'all to start looking and seeing what you could do to prepare for the worst. Because a lot of people think of it as taboo to say it out loud and everything. But believe you me, it's far more stressful to not have that information. An unpleasant conversation really does make things a lot easier in the long run. And if you're wondering about my resolve and my possible daddy issues, When it comes to my dad, well, I'm not sure if I said this before on the blog, but I'm good. I was very, very lucky to find out the day before he died that he loves me. He said it himself. He loves me. Not everyone gets that closure. You just don't. It sucks. But yeah, everybody. Next time will be more cheery of news. I'll try at least. All right. Till next time. Sayonara. Bye-bye.